This case broke my heart. Imagine a small little 10-year-old girl living in a peaceful village, one day leaving her home just to buy some eggs and fish for her family, a small little errand. But she never returns home. Today, I want to share with you the tragic case of Nurul Huda Abdul Ghani. Hello, you guys, and welcome to the G.M.C channel where I bring you the ghost, the mystery, the crime. I am Esther Vincent, also known as Liamia on social media. Thank you so much for clicking on this video today. I hope you guys stick around till the end, and if you do, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up, a comment, share the video with others. If you have not done so, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That will really help the channel grow further. I would really appreciate that. And without further ado, let's get into the crime case. Nurul Huda was just 10 years old, a little girl living with her family in Kampung Pekajang, Gelang Patah, Johor. Everyone who knew her said of the same things about Nurul Huda, that she was cheerful, very smart, and extremely friendly. She was a prefect in her primary school, a responsible little girl, and a kind of kid that every parent would be proud to have. She was also the youngest in her family, so I think we all can imagine how loved she was by her older siblings, by her parents. She had a beautiful life, a bright future awaiting her. On the morning of the incident, 17th of January 2004, just 17 days into a new year, Nurul Huda's parents went out to run their small business as per usual. This time, Nurul Huda was allowed to stay back home with her two elder sisters. Nurul Huda was super excited because this was literally the first time she was allowed to stay back at home with her sisters. So she was all excited and she felt like she had become a big girl now. These sisters later decide that they want to surprise their parents with some simple meal for lunch when they return. So while they were preparing the meal, they realized that they were out of eggs and fish. Little Nurul Huda, all excited, wanting to help, she runs outside, grabs her bicycle, and tells her sister that she can go to the nearest shop and get those items. This nearby shop, it was not too far away, just around 500 meters away from their house. The village that they are staying in, it has always been peaceful. There was no danger. So the sisters allowed Nurul Huda to go as it was the norm. Not just Nurul Huda, but they themselves always ride their bicycle or walk to the nearby shop to get these kind of daily items. So it was not anything of an alarm when Nurul Huda said that she would go. But after 30 minutes had passed and she had still not returned home, her sisters started to panic. They left their home, started searching around the village. They started asking the neighbors and people around the village. They even went to that shop that Nurul Huda went to see whether she was still there. But nope, there was no sign of Nurul Huda anywhere. By 12:45 p.m. the same day, these two sisters, they updated their eldest brother Amir of Nurul Huda being missing. Panicked, but he decided that he would have to make a police report. They did not have a phone with them at that point, and the nearest public phone booth was also broken. So he took his motorbike, ride himself to the nearest police station to make a report. And after that is when their nightmare begins. Now, an officer from the police station decides to come together with Amir on his motorcycle and just try to search on their own around the village and the area surrounding the village. During their search, they came across this newly built TNB power station that was located in between of Nurul Huda's home and the shop that she was supposed to go to. So she would have passed by that newly built power station. Inside of that electrical power station, there were guards who were assigned to work, and one of those guards, he was acting really strangely. He refused to cooperate. He seemed nervous, blabbering, sweating and all. His name was Abbas Danus Baksan. Remember that name, Abbas. The police told him to open up the gate so that he could enter in and inspect the building, but Abbas, he would not comply. He says, nope, I cannot open the gate. He would just not comply with their request. So finally, the police officer and Amir, the brother, they started climbing the fences to get into the TNB building because they just had to know what was going on in there. Why does this guy refuse to comply? What is this security guard hiding? While the policeman and Amir was still climbing like they were almost inside, that's when Abbas suddenly becomes aggressive. He grabs a machete that they had over there and tried attacking the policeman and Amir so that they would not enter in. But thank God, both of them did not get hurt in any way and they were able to get in and subdue Abbas. Why would a guard react like that if there is nothing wrong, right? Amir and the police officer rushed into the building, started searching around, and that's where they find the little missing Nurul Huda. Inside the toilet, they saw the little girl, weak, completely bare with no clothes, her hands tied up to her chin, and her mouth gagged with cloth. She was crouched in pain, barely breathing, unable to speak. Her brother Amir's heart shattered into pieces seeing his youngest little sister in such a condition. He gently but quickly lifted her up from there. He covered her body with his shirt and brought her out of that building, trying to save her, trying everything that he could because that's what a brother would do. But help came too late. On the way to the nearest clinic, she was fading away slowly. Amir noticed that her eyes was only half open, her tongue badly bruised. At 1:30 p.m., at the Galangpata Health Clinic, the doctors informed her family that she was gone. Nurul Huda died after being repeatedly, brutally, and by monsters disguised as human beings. The case was reported to the police and an investigation started. The police later confirmed that there was not one but three security guards involved in this assault, all working at the same TNB electrical station, all complicit. The main suspect was Abbas, the 45-year-old man from Kelantan, the same guy that I mentioned a while back, Muhammad Abbas. He already had multiple criminal records under his name for robbery in several towns. Yet somehow he was hired as a security guard responsible for security and safety. How is that even possible? Who is even doing the background checks? How can a man with so many criminal records be hired for safety? I just cannot accept this. This is preventable. If the person who does the hiring did their job well by doing the background checks and all of that, this could have been avoided, right? The other two security guards who were involved, one of them was just 27 years old, literally in their mid 20s and doing such heinous crime. Their names were never ever publicly revealed. The media just referred to them as Jojo and Nenel. These sad, disgusting excuses for men literally stole an innocent child's life in the most brutal way, and with that, they have destroyed a family forever. And sadly, justice did not come fully for this family. Even though Abbas pleaded guilty to raping and sodomizing a little girl, which cost her her life, his original death sentence was overturned years later. He only got a maximum of 20 years in prison with 24 strokes of the cane on his buttocks, on his ass. That too was later excused from him in 2008 because at 52 years old, he was considered too old to undergo the caning punishment. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? The girl was too young to go through all those brutality and death. And now this guy, 52 years old, he's too old for caning? Oh gosh, I really wished he got the caning, because caning literally rips your skin apart. And when they do it again and again and again at the same spot, the wound becomes big and big. You guys should see those kind of videos. And this guy never got it. For what he did, he never got it. He didn't face the punishment many believed he deserved. This is so frustrating. And guess what? The other two security guards who were involved, Jojo and Danielle, they did not do time at all because there was just no concrete evidence or proof linking them to the assault, to the case. They just got out. Nurul's father, he suffered the most. He started to rely on heavy sedatives just to cope with the pain of losing his youngest daughter. Nurul's mother, she remained strong throughout the funeral, but once everything was done, she broke down, finally letting out the grief and the pain that she had been bearing inside of her heart. Reportedly, sometimes she would disappear from her house. Her family would not worry because they know exactly where she goes to. She goes and stands beside her little daughter's grave, just reminiscing on the good memories that she had of her. Isn't this extremely sad, you guys? Like the pain is it's just too deep. It's been years since Nurul Huda's passing, but stories like this still happen today. Innocent children continue to become victims of heinous, disgusting monsters living among us. Let's hope those who escape justice in this world never gets to escape it in the next. May the family of Adik Nurul Huda Abdul Ghani continue to stay strong. With that, I have come to the end of today's video, you guys. If you guys are still here watching, thank you so much. Please don't forget to leave me a thumbs up, maybe a comment, maybe share the video with others. If you have not done so, please go ahead and subscribe. Help me to bring more of these videos out to you guys. Thank you so much for watching again. If you got time to spare, please click on my next video or my playlist. And until the next time, stay safe out there. Take care of your little ones. Always don't let them go out of your sight. I will see you guys again soon. Bye.